Adapting, thank you for joining me today on my SMITE Memoir video. Tell me about the game you chose today.
So I've chosen the Game 5 versus C9 back in our Epsilon days, Season 2 World Championship Finals, or Semifinals rather. And it was just kind of what started off our great run as World Champions.
Do you miss anyone from the old team?
Yeah, I miss them all. I mean, as friends, like, they were just great people and really fun to hang around. So, you know, sucks that they're not in, you know, even if we weren't on the same team, it sucks they're not here competing because it's just fun to hang around with them and be with them.
For this specific best-of-5 set, was there anything Cloud9 did that caught you guys off guard? How were your thoughts and preparations in this final game?
So what caught us off guard back then was the globals they were using, the global pressure they were getting from like Thor, Janus. Well, it was mainly those two because that made it really hard for us to play aggressive, and they were really good at using this global pressure to kind of pressure our buffs and get map control with. And we didn't really know how to deal with it that well because it wasn't, not that many people used it in Europe, and even then it could be difficult, but C9 used it the best of all. And they also did something that was completely new to us, which was split pushing when behind, which we saw in Game 1, and which basically won them the game because they split pushed and we didn't really know how to deal with it in a competitive setting because it just wasn't being used that often. We were just used to people grouping up behind towers, so we kind of had to learn from that and adapt during the set.
And then you took that into your own team in Season 3, the split push strategy. So for this specific game, why Fenrir at the very end?
Well, they had the Shibalonke, they had, and also I think we had, it was Fenrir with Medusa and Sol was really strong, and it was also the fact that Fenrir had good early game, good mid game, and then it was just kind of decent into their picks and like a safe pick, and I felt comfortable on it going into Game 5.
Yeah, speaking of the Soul pick, this is basically the set that you guys dominated with the Soul to get the Epsilon skin. Afterwards, you and Emilito doing good synergy throughout this game. I wanted to get your thoughts about the very first interaction you guys had with a little 2v2 at level 1. This is the meta where junglers are going red pot between you and the Hunbats. Who has the advantage between these two gods?
So in this 2v2 specifically, we knew we would win this, especially after they pulled the buff. But me and Yamin, like before this, 2v2s in mid were super regular back then, and me and Yamin would pretty much 2v2 constantly in mid. Like if we got the opportunity, and we knew pretty much every matchup there was, like we knew if we would win it or not. And we knew we would win this, so that's what we, as you can see, we kind of sneak up behind them, because as they pull the mid Harpies, they're thinking, you know, they can do this safely. And then we both kind of double flank and take to fight. And I end up falling, but the only reason I died is because I thought I had 5 stacks on my jump.
Okay.
I remember because I was thinking like, oh, I'm safe. That's why I jump up and down, because I could have jumped away, and Yamin probably still could have killed the bots. But I thought I would stun him here, auto him, and then, we'd probably kill him before he can do anything.
Unfortunate crit.
Yeah, and he got a crit, but...
Unlucky. So it works out though, because both of you guys lose your red pot at the end of the day, but that kind of hurts Andy more, right? Because Hunbats is kind of weaker early game?
Yeah, I mean, for both of us, it's not really good for either one, but because Yamin gets to stay alive, it's a huge win in our favor regardless, even if, like, I'd say it's pretty even in the trade. You know, losing a red pot was pretty bad for both junglers.
Okay, so this next gank onto Barracuda. Most people max out their 1 on Fenrir, but not Adapting. You're maxing out Brutalize this game. On your gank here specifically, around the 729 mark. You're making this rotation at purple buff. You see a lonely Shibalonke, and you kind of say hi.
Yeah. Well, when I saw him walk up and I jump on him and I get the stun, I wasn't even expecting that to happen. I was thinking, if I jump him, he's gonna dash it, and then like we get the buff for free. But he didn't dash it in time. So I got the stun, autoed him, and I 3'd him. I was thinking, I'm not sure if I can kill him here, but I'll just see what damage I have. And then I realized, oh, well, actually, I can't kill him here, so I just stuck to him and then killed him.
Must have felt nice to get a unexpected gift from Barracuda. So when you picked the Fenrir, you were getting the synergy between you and the Soul, you and the Medusa a little bit. This upcoming gank onto Jeff Hinla really shows that synergy between you and Emilito's Soul, specifically onto Jeff's Sobek. Did you want to specifically go onto Jeff Hinla here, or was this just like grab whoever you can kind of deal?
I think we looked for Jeff here because, as you can see, we knew both Bats and Neath had beads. And if I got a stun on the Sobek, I could just ult him and we can blow him up. We knew we would be able to just kill him if I got ult on him. So we just looked for it and I managed to get the stun. So yeah, we just killed him. And there was no problem getting him.
Emilito through the wall as well.
Yeah, it was really good gap in that.
Yeah. And I like the fact that he was building his heat on the Gold Fury the whole entire time.
Yeah.
And then talk to me about what Yaman's doing over here.
I don't know what Yaman is doing here. I think he's just in no man's land, doing whatever he wants. That's just such Gebalt.
What a sick save. Now you guys were originally on Gold Fury, but you had to peel back as a team to save Yaman, and that's just remarkable to see you guys like that kind of coordination. Just immediately recognize the danger levels, because you guys probably could have sacrificed him honestly to secure Gold Fury. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean maybe we could have, but it was just we just wanted to play it safe, right, and not make any opportunities for them to kind of come back into the game, because we already had solidified our small lead here and we wanted to make sure we'd maintain it. So if Yamin falls and then if they maybe steal the Gold Fury, it could be a completely different outcome. So we just made sure we play with each other and stay safe.
This next upcoming team fight, I believe it was around the Gold Fury, you guys are kind of baiting this out. In the mid lane, you guys have so much pressure between the Soul Medusa. It worked out so well for you guys. And it almost felt like that they can't defend towers, they can't defend objectives, and now you guys are gonna go for the Gold Fury. And you had a very specific term for what you were doing on this Gold Fury.
Oh yeah, so this was called Fnaticking, which is basically when we would bait the Gold Fury, and we learned this strategy from Fnatic, which is why we said Fnaticking. And that will basically be to pull the Gold Fury, reset it, pull the Gold Fury, reset it, just to create the illusion that we've been on it on the entire time. So to try and fool the enemies into thinking that, oh, it's going to be low, so they panic, go in, and we just kind of force a fight out of it.
That's kind of what happened to Barracuda. He kind of peeked his nose where it shouldn't have belonged, and then Dimmy with the hot cleanup from the top side. You guys get 2 picks, the Gold Fury after the fact, and it seemed as though you guys were making great strides towards building a lead in this early game. The next question I had for you is this next tier 2 tower siege, actually, in the mid lane. I wanted to ask your thoughts about this team fight that was coming up, and then the pop-off as well. It was actually in the left lane, right here. So is there any priority targets for this specific team fight, or is this just kind of like feel it out as it goes?
So in this team fight, I believe we just wanted to push the tier 2 down, and then after that, if anyone stepped up too far, kind of like we see Barra do, he went up really far to try and defend it. We knew he was alone, so we can kind of, if anyone steps up, we look for kills. If not, we look at the tower and get out. And then because Barra stepped up, it ended up breaking up into a fight. And yeah, I think we take a, what is it?
You get a tier 2 tower, you can't get the Phoenix.
And we get 3 picks.
Well, 4, because Andy's about to get chased down by Emilito.
Oh yeah, we have 4 picks, which is like a really good trade for us.
And when I was watching this video last night, I was watching your player cam reaction, because you're dead here, you're watching Emilito get this kill, 6 shield by Rafa, and then the pop-off right there. Do you remember what you said at all?
Probably something I can't say on this.
Fair enough, fair enough. After that fight specifically, did you guys feel untouchable this game? Like, this game is ours to win, we're going to the finals?
We definitely thought like this game is pretty much in the bag. We just need to secure it and like stay focused, but like we were kind of celebrating and kind of being like, right, focus, focus.
Who is that voice of reason for you guys back then?
I think it kind of was game dependent. I think usually I would make sure to try and stay focused for us. I think in this, like Emil, you get that like Emil would be really good at that as well, like making sure we all stay focused. And I think all of us kind of did it. It just depended, but
great team synergy. The next one, a little funny shenanigans between Mr. Raffer. This is where we do listen-ins and you guys are sieging the tier 2 tower, and Raffer is just quite a blast to listen to.
Oh my god, boys, fire.
I missed my ult.
Come on, keep it up, stay focused, we win this game.
Stun him. Healed.
He knocked him
Knock him up. Fuck him up, boys. The tower, please.
Kill him.
Fire. Listen, killer. I'm coming over from fire. Phoenix, fire. I'm backing. I am backing.
Okay. You get Phoenix.
Is Raffer always like that in comms?
no, it was like everything was like exaggerated and heightened because we were all so excited because we all kind of knew like we're winning, like we're gonna win.
Getting to the finals.
And so, yeah, it was just excitement, and he's just trying to like make sure everyone heard it because all of us are like kind of just so much adrenaline and like we're also like kind of happy and jittery and like just trying to make sure we stay on the game plan.
So most teams have that hype man in the background that's just making sure everybody's, got their adrenaline going and everyone is still hyped up. Is he your hype man back then?
I think we were, once again, it was kind of just all of us. I think we were very professional when it came to like being like very hype and stuff. Like it would happen, I would just go off and like start screaming or whatever, but out of like joy. But for the most part, we always try to like keep it clean, keep the comms kind of focused on the game, and then play the game and then celebrate after.
It's true. Sometimes it's like taking candy from Kid.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Kid from Candy. So another little funny tidbit was when you were Fenrir ulting the Fire Giant, we made some changes between Season 1 and Season 2 with the ulti. You used to be able to hit the objective multiple times. Did you know about this going into the game?
No, I completely forgotten that they just done that.
Yeah.
And I don't remember how long it took me to realize it, but I remember like it was in a scream when I realized, oh wait, I can't do this anymore. I think that was in like Season 3.
There's always those little things. There's so many changes, so many gods now as well. It's crazy. And then this very last play, this almost felt like a desperation play from Cloud9, realizing that maybe they have a numbers advantage here.
Yeah, exactly. They kind of just had to do something, in all fairness. They were so far behind. They knew we just got in the FG and they knew we'd most likely reset. I don't think they had vision on where we were. They just knew they're probably in base. Let's try and push up here, get picks and try and stall the game. And which, if the game was even and we took this fight, they probably could have won it. But because we were so far ahead with FG, we pretty much just 3v5 them.
And you got a double kill, unofficial triple onto MLC, chasing him down. And then your pop-off at the end here, realizing it's a deicide. Can you compare that kind of emotion to anything else in your life right now?
I mean, it was the same as winning Worlds, because even though we hadn't won Worlds then, it was the same feeling. It just felt like we overcame the biggest hurdle. We came there to prove we were the best, and like after that, we kind of felt like we are the best. So it was just so much joy, and it's unreal how much that mattered to all of us.
Because this, to a lot of fans at home, almost felt like the finals, what should have been the finals between you guys and Cloud9. In the previous semifinals, it was Paradigm losing to Enemy. Was that unexpected for you guys as well?
Yeah, we thought in the first place that like Paradigm would be the ones we'd be against in the finals. That's kind of what we planned for. And actually we thought, like, yeah, we were scared of Fnatic and Paradigm mainly, and then C9 we were like, yeah, I mean, with C9 we weren't extremely sure of how good they were or not, but we knew for sure Paradigm and Fnatic would be like super strong from EU, so we expected them to do well. But yeah, C9 was definitely the most difficult opposition there.
Is there anything else you learned from them besides the global meta from Cloud9?
It was just map play, really. Yeah, they just played the map pretty well, and they were just like kind of made it feel like if you didn't have pressure, like NA was really good at utilizing pressure comps. Whereas in Europe, like you could do that, but in Europe it was always, even back then, like the games were always slower and a bit more. Not sure if calculated, but not. You didn't fight as much. You kind of just
Get the farm, right?
Yeah, you just farmed and tried to make sure you got ahead from other ways than like constantly fighting. And like sometimes in EU you could like pick kind of late game gods and you could kind of just get away with it because it wouldn't get pressured enough. Whereas if you did that against NA, they kind of punished it. So you had to make sure you had like a good balance.
Well, Adapting, before we end this video, do you have any shout-outs? And also, outside the shout-outs, where can the fans at home find you?
You can find me on twitter.com/adapting. You can find me on twitch.tv/theadapting, instagram.com/adaptking. And yeah, I got a YouTube channel. Just Google Adapt or YouTube Adapting. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I love all the Smite fans. Everyone watching, making this dream become a reality. Thank you so much. And a shout out to my parents, to my lovely little partner sitting over there. And yeah, to all my old teammates and my current ones.
Thank you again, Adapting.
Thank you.